He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He'll put the tight end in motion. Makes the grab on 3rd. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Air the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Texas. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To get the pistols firing on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He fires to the left side. And it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down for this offense. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This one's complete. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He'll keep it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Running back searching for a hole. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Cowboys trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call them a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast. You can tell the angle's just getting chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lighter.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The offense set for a first down play. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Looking left. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Quickly out to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Here comes the offense on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Unleashes one. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Escape. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Getting some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Off play action on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And it's picked off for the third time today. Not able to get... But what a play to put his team in business at the 33. A first down for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Setting up the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Cowboys want to move quickly. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back looking for help. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Texas. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Running to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Fires to the middle. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the... He's going to throw deep right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 here. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Steps away to find some room. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Longhorns will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Team able to sling him to the ground. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about that D coming up with a play like that? And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. that last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and get the ball right back.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He's going to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll immediately call timeout. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Harmon. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on third down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, on paper, we wondered what this matchup might look like. And through 2 quarters of ball in the Dukes-Mayo kickoff game, it's been an ideal way to tee up the new season. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, Dave, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man in the middle. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Texas! And the comeback is on. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last run, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
On 3rd down, going up top. Right down the middle. finds the tight end. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little stripe down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
And the Cowboys want to pick up the tempo. Gives it to the back on the draw. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, look out. And he'll step into the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, marching down the field to score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shoot. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look. So there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the hit.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And
picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the offense on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
He'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. After the misfire, now on second down. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to pass it on second down. They're trying to get to it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll try to power their way ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping a couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires into the end zone. had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Caught in the backfield. It's Harmon. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Using his legs, it's Harmon. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. And now on second down for this offense. The give to the single back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Motion from the offense. Back to the air one more time. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to run for it. The Longhorns get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Quarterback checking off. They move the tight end all over. On second down, he's looking downfield. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Movement here from the tight end. They want to throw it. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Dances away from the heat. He's going to take off, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Cowboys in the hurry-up. They'll run play action, and they got him for the sack. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
He'll pull it down and run. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Now on 2nd down. On the run, it's Joslin. The Longhorns will move the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down. Down
to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Got his man quickly. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Wants to throw on 3rd. He's got his man across the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking down the middle. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to escaping, and the ball's on the ground. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups. Let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Coming after him. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one stop with this many points that are being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long.